Hey, I'm back. This is the up country. I've been looking for a background that I want, but anyway, here we are. I hope you don't mind so much. Now, in today's tutorial, I bring you another way how to make a shot. I'm just admiring myself. It turned out so good, and in this tutorial you will be able to learn how to take your measurements. Let me first accessorize it. A very classy look. Now in this tutorial I take you through how to make this shot. I laid out a very comprehensive instruction on how to take your measurements, which is worth it, by the way. When you get that, you are just gonna be so fine making this shot, and I love how it turned out. Let me take you behind. How is it? But anyway, if you're new here or a returning viewer, kindly subscribe to my channel. You can already see the kind of things you will learn how to crochet. Why not subscribe? Now, before we start this tutorial, you are going to use any yarn of your choice, cotton or acrylic. I will be using 100% acrylic yarn, which is 4-ply, and for that I will use a 3mm hook this time. That's what I'll use for this shot. You will need a tape measure to take your measurements, a needle, and a scissor. I will be alternating colors, just the way how you see I've arranged it, and the pattern that we are going to make will require us to work with an even number of stitch. So for a start, I will take you through how to get your measurements, which is the most crucial part in this tutorial. Let me put this aside and we get to the measurement. I'm going to be making a shot that is not too long and also not too short. Now for you to get your measurements, this is how you will do it. You get your hips measurement. My hips are 40 inch, and I'll divide that by 2, which will give me 20 inch for each panel. And then you get your inner thigh measurement. My inner thigh is 44 inch. When I divide this by 2, it will give me 22 inches. And for the length of this shot, I want a shot that is between 19 to 18 inches. So when you do this, we are going to get the crotch measurement. Okay, now there are two parts. This 18 inch is both for waist plus the body of the shot, whereby I want the waist to be between 2.5 inch and then the body around 15.5 or 16 inches, whichever. So my crotch measurement from right where my waist is 9 inches. So this measurement of the crotch is without the waist. Okay, it's without the waist, but of course if it's with the waist measurement, it's going to be somewhere around 10 inches. This is from my belly button to right under my crotch. Now let me show you what I mean with all these writings. I went ahead and worked on one panel of this shot so that I could explain it better for you people. Let me put that aside. This is what I made. Now the measurement from this to this part is minus the waist. So I said I wanted a shot that is at least 18 inches long, but if it goes beyond that, there's no problem, beyond or less, which is not so bad. Now when I measure this, it's somewhere between 15.5 inches, just the way that I wanted, which means the remaining 2.5 inches are going to be the waist. Okay, now this is the measurement of my crotch, which I said was 9 inches, and when I place my tape measure here, it gives me 9 inches. Okay, and then this is the measurement from right under my thigh, like under my crotch, to where I want this shirt to be. It is going to give me the remaining balance of the 15.5 inches, which is 7 inch. So what you will do, we will first start working on this part. This is the crotch patch, which is derived from the measurement of your inner thigh. Earlier I said that my inner thigh was 22. When I multiply 22 times 2 is 44. Okay, so the 44 inches which I showed you there is multiplication of 2, but when I wrap the tape measure around my thigh, one of my thigh, it is going to give me 22 inches. When you multiply that by 2, it will give you 44. Okay, so the easiest way for you to know how to get proper measurement after working is to fold your work in two like this. That way you will know that you are working with the right measurements. So I expect that the measurement from here up to this point should be around 11 inches. Even if it stretches a little, there's really no problem. And then the measurement from here up to here should be 10 inches. Okay, in that, when you multiply 10 by 2 to give you 20, 11 by 2 is going to give you 22 inches. Because I said my hips were 40 and my inner thigh is 22, the measurement should just be okay, so that when I put on this shirt, it is not too tight. So you will take your measurements accordingly. I just want to show you what you'll be working with. Now when I measure this, it will give me 10 inches. Let me put it like this. You lay it flat on your table. Like I said, this is the most crucial part of this tutorial. When you're past this, it's going to be very easy for you to work. So when I take a measurement of this, it's giving me 20 inches. Okay, now when I get the measurement from right under here, it should also give me 22 inches, and it has gone to 23, which is not bad. Okay, it's really not bad. Even if it has gone more than this, it is not bad. But as long as you know you're working with the right measurements, okay, that is it. Now let's begin. For us to start, this is going to be the guidance of people whose hip size is 40 and their inner thigh is 22. So we will first begin with this area. Okay, we are starting from down while going upwards, and we will start with this area. Now because your inner thigh is 22, you are going to work 2 inches of this, and then inside here you will work 20 inches and complete with 2 inches. Let me give you an example of someone whose hips are 44 and their inner thigh is for one thigh is like 26. Okay, so you are going to make sure that inside here you crochet 22 inches. Meanwhile, this part from up to this point is going to be 26 inches. Now my hips are 40 inches. This is half of the panel. Inside here is going to be 20 inch, and my inner thigh is 22 inches. Although this went to 23, there's no problem. So in here you are going to make 22 inches. Okay, now we will work this patch depending on the measurements of our inner thigh. Let's begin. I have made 35 number of chains, The pattern that we are using is going to be a treble crochet. So on top of the 35, chain 3, 1, 2, 3. So for row 1, you are going to wrap your yarn on your hook twice, okay? Skip 1, 2, 3, and then in the fourth stitch here, okay, put a treble crochet by pulling through 2, pulling through 2 again, pulling through 2, and then wrap your yarn on your hook again, go in the second chain, make another treble crochet, pull through 2, pull through 2 again, pull through 2, another one, pull through 2, pull through 2 again, pull through all. We will complete this row by making treble crochets in every chain. At the end of this row, you should have 35 number of treble crochet. I'm going to meet you when I'm done making my 35 number of treble crochet, so that we will go to row 2 together. Catch you when I'm at the end of this row. I'm at the end of my row. I should have inserted my hook in the first chain, but it's okay. I counted and there are 35 number of stitches here, so I'm going to ignore this last stitch. For row 2, you're going to chain 1, turn your work. The chain 1 doesn't count as a stitch, so you are going to make a double crochet on top of this first stitch here, like that, and then you chain 1, skip 1 stitch, make a double crochet in the next stitch, chain 1 again, skip the next stitch, make a double crochet in the other stitch. Okay, so this is the pattern that we will follow for this row 2. You'll chain 1, skip a stitch, go to the next stitch, like that. I'm going to make this up to the end of this row and meet you right back here for row 3, like that. I'm approaching to my last stitch. I have noticed that this color of yarn is over reflecting and it might not appear properly, but I'm going to try and work around with my lighting. I have tried to shift positions, but it is just over reflecting. On to the last row here. I've already chained 1, so you're going to go in the beginning of the first stitch that we made. You skip this stitch and then insert your hook on top of this chain which we made at the beginning. So this is row 2. For row 3, we will make a treble crochet again. So chain 4, turn your work. The chain 4 counts as a stitch, so make a treble crochet on this chain 1 which you made in row 2, make a treble crochet on top of this double crochet, and then make a treble crochet inside this chain 1. I'm not going in the spaces because I want my work to look neat. Instead of going in the space, I will go in the chain. Okay, so for the next one, go on top of this double crochet that you made in row 2, and then go inside this chain 1, like that. Row 3 is going to be a repeat of row 1. I'm going to go up to the end of this row. At the end of this row, you should maintain 35 number of stitches. I'll meet you when I'm at the end of this row, so that we can start working on this other part, here, which is the crotch area. I am now through with the first part of my 22 inches for the thigh. There are 3 rows here, 1, 2, 3. So this is my 3rd row, meaning I'll meet you when we are going to make an extension of this other part, catch here. Now I'm done with row 3. We are going to work on this part here. The measurement from here up to this end depends on your crotch. So my crotch is 9 inches. I was able to make 9 inches here, and I know the number of stitches those are. So for those of us who are making my size, you are going to chain 46. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 46. I'll meet you when I'm done crocheting 46 number of chains. I'm done making my 46 number of chain. So chain 3, 1, 2, 3. The chain 3 is a returning stitch, and it will count as a stitch. So you are going to skip this chain here and insert your hook in the 5th chain. Okay, so you skip 1, 2, 3, 4, and then insert your hook in the 5th chain. Make a double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, and make another double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, make another double crochet, like that. You repeat row 2 for row 4. Okay, you are repeating row 2 for row 4. Make this up to the end. At the end of this row, you should have 46 plus 35, that is 81 number of stitches. Start row 5, make treble crochet. When you are done with row 5, start row 6 and make and repeat this double crochet, chain 1. I'm going to meet you at the end of row 6. You should maintain 81 number of stitches at the end of this row. Catch you when I'm at the end of row 6. I'm at the end of row 6. I had to look for a better lighting. Now we are going to continue with this pattern for 6 more rows. This is already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Continue with this pattern until you have 12 rows. Row 13 is when we are going to switch our yarn. So I'll be showing you how to switch yarn in row 13. Okay, we are going to make this short to match a shirt. So it's again a 2-piece. Catch you when I'm at the end of my row 12, so that we can switch our yarn to start row 13. This is already row 7. After here you have 5 more rows to make, and then I'll meet you when we switch yarn. I'm at the end of my row 12. For row 13, we are going to be switching our yarn to match the colors on the shirt, which is on the screen. We will start with red, yellow, and then green. After that, we will proceed to crochet the remaining part of this shirt. Okay, after switching to red, green, and yellow, we will proceed to make this other side until when I can meet you again for us to start this other row. So you will stop at row 42. I will meet you again to start row 43, so that we can make this other remaining side of our shirt. To switch yarn, this is what you are going to do. You will grab the red yarn, instead of pulling through 2 with the white yarn, you are going to pull through 2 with the red, like that, and then chain 4, turn your work, and then make treble crochet inside every stitch that you're seeing here. At the end of every row, you should ensure that you have 81 number of stitches. Those are the stitches which we started with when we were working on the crotch area. This is for people who are making the exact size as I am. But if you're making a different size, you should ensure that the number of stitches are exactly the same that you started with. I will now go ahead and switch my yarn accordingly and meet you right back here when I'm at the end of row 42 for us to start row 43. Catch you until then. I have completed to crochet my 20 inches which I need in between here. Now we are going to crochet these 3 rows on this other side. You need to ensure that it measures exactly like your hip size. I said my hips were 40 inch. When I divided by 2 to give me 20 inches for each panel. Now we need to measure this to be sure that we're working with the right inches. I have 20 inches here. So now for this part, we are going to make 35 treble crochets and then continue with 2 more rows. I'm going to chain 4 like that, turn my work. The chain 4 counts as a stitch, so go in this chain 1 space here and make a treble crochet. That will be the second one, the third one, and then in this chain 1 space will be the fourth one. We will repeat this until we have 35 number of stitches. You will chain 1, turn your work, and then proceed to make the other remaining 2 rows. Okay, I already have 2, 4, 6, 7 here, and then we will make row 43, 44, 45. Okay, you will end at row 45. After this row, make a row of double crochet, chain 1, and then the last row will be a row of treble crochet. Ensure that you end with 35 number of treble crochet. I will meet you when I'm done crocheting mine and we proceed to joining our panels together. For those of you who are new to this channel or are returning viewers but haven't subscribed to my channel, kindly subscribe to my channel and turn the notification bell on. I appreciate all of you so much, and I upload new videos every Wednesday. Unless that changes, I shall be able to communicate accordingly. So catch you when I'm at the end of my 45th row so that we can join these 2 panels together like that. Okay, I'm through with all my rows. In total we have 45 number of rows here. Now you are going to get your second panel because we will start joining these 2 panels together. This is my first panel I made, of course, and now this is the second one. Okay, like this. So you are going to lay these panels together and determine which side you want to join from. I will be using a needle to join my 2 panels, but you can join your panel using a slip stitch, is still okay. Now I want to join while the good side is facing me outside, because how I stitch with my needle will be the side that I wear outside. But if you're using slip stitch, you can slip stitch either from the inside part or outside part, all your choice. Now I have laid them. Yes, this is the good side. Okay, you need to make sure that they measure the same. Now this is my good side. I will just organize it together. Like that. Okay, so this is how you will join this panel. Because this is my good side, this is how I will join my work. You are going to flip it like this, and start with these two sides, and ensure that you've laid them accordingly, like that. Now we will start joining from here up to this part. Get your needle, like that, and secure the yarn. Like that. So we shall start joining. I'll go ahead and join my two panels. Do the same. Like that. This is how I'll start my needle. Okay, I'll be going under like this, and then again back up like that. Okay, instead of passing my needle over, I will do under. Okay, that's how I want to join this, like that. Okay, under, and then again from this other side I pass it under, like that. All right, and this is how my work looks like when I join with a needle. I'm going to continue joining up to this part, and then I'll also proceed to this other side, join these two sides together up to this end, and I'll meet you when I'm done joining so that we can proceed to the next part of this tutorial. Catch you until then. I'm through with joining my two sides together, and this is how our short has taken shape. Now we are going to join these two remaining sides together. We will start from down here and then go like this. Let me first tie this loose end in the middle here, like that. So get your needle, attach it here, and then come on this other side, like that. Like that. Now that you've secured your needle, we'll go ahead and join this side by side. Let me secure this yarn properly. Like that. Okay, so let's proceed to join this side up to this end. When I'm done, I'll come back here so that we can work on our waist. Like that. Okay, like that. So I'll proceed with this up to this end and meet you when I'm done. Catch you. I have completed to join all the sides of this shirt from here to this other side, and also this down part, and this is how our shirt looks like. Okay, at this point it looks like this, in that when you fold like this, this is the picture that you will get, okay, after folding. So now you know that you are through with joining all the sides of this shirt. You have hied out the loose ends. We are now going to start working on the waist. For the waist, I'm going to attach my hook anywhere on the side. That's where we will start from, and make a row of front post and back post, double crochet. So I will find the center, which is this for me. I'm going to get my hook, insert it in here, get my yarn, attach it in there by chaining one, tighten it like that, and then chain two more. Okay, we are going to put a double crochet inside this space like that, and then we'll put another one double crochet inside here. In every space we'll be putting one double crochet, again one here. I am hiding the loose end as we go, so we will be putting one double crochet in every space that we see like this. This is the next one, like that. Yeah, in this space here, in this space, and then inside this space. Okay, we shall be repeating this all round. I'm going to go all round and then meet you right here where we started our row, so that we can proceed to the second row of our waist. We're almost ending the row, so you're going to insert one double crochet in this space, join the row using a slip stitch by going on the third chain which you made at the beginning of this row, like that. Chain 3, turn your work. For row 2, we'll be making front post and back post double crochet, so we will start with the back post and then make a front post, a back post, and then a front post, back post double crochet, front post double crochet. So this is how we will proceed with row 2. Complete this all round. I'll meet you when we are going to start row 3. To complete row 2, you are going to slip stitch on top of this chain 3 which you made at the beginning, up here, and slip stitch. We started row 2 with the back post double crochet and ended with the front post double crochet. So for row 3, you are going to chain 3, turn your work. This time you will start row 3 with a back post double crochet and proceed to the next. You will make this all round and end with a front post double crochet. We shall be repeating this for 6 rows. I will meet you when I'm done crocheting all my 6 rows. I'm through with making my 6 rows. This is how the waist of my shirt looks like. So at the end of the row here, you are going to cut out your yarn and pull out the thread like that. Get your needle, insert the yarn inside the needle, and then hide out this loose end. At this point, you have also been able to hide all your loose ends. We are almost at the end of this tutorial, so I'm going to hide out this loose end like that. So this is your final shot. Now we need to make a string for it. Okay, you can see how the waist has gathered, but when I wear this, it can slip through up to my waist. Okay, but I need to pass a string round it that can help me put on this short. In case the waist is loose, I can tie it around. So you will make a chain which is long enough, and then find the center point, which is this one. So we are going to start inserting from here. Like this, okay? We will pass this all round, and then I'm going to meet you when I'm done passing this all round so that we can see how it looks like as our final project. Until then, catch you. Like that. I have completed to pass the string round the waist of this shirt. So this is how your shirt looks like. You can use this to tie the waist like that, your choice. Okay, with this we have come to the end of this tutorial. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Also turn on the notification bell so that you'll be alerted of every new video that I upload. Catch you again in my next tutorial. Bye.